same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this is 7 C's. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me.
Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of the Epic Podcast. I am joined tonight by Justin and Jared, man. Justin, how's your sports week been, man?
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. You know, can't say too much about it, but it's been cool. Checked out a little bit of the Pacers and whatnot, so it's cool.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. What about you, Jared?
Same old, man. Ohio State's rolling. Bengals is rolling opposite direction in historical fashion. So, chilling, man. I'm just glad NBA's back. There's always something on. I'm watching the game now. So, yeah, not bad. About yours, bro?
Um, it's been alright. I really can't complain. Um, just being patient. Like I said, college football playoff rankings just came out, so waiting on that. See where Alabama gonna be. Uh, coach just made a big trade, so talk about that a little later. And that's it, man. I mean, NBA Cup about to start, so see who's in the Pacers group and how they perform, and go from there. See if they got any chance to make any noise. That's about it, man.
Cool.
All right. Speaking of that, let's jump into the NBA and speak about the NBA Cup. As far as the groups, I just wanted to get y'all opinions on which I think one of the toughest groups are. One from the East and one from the West. Or did y'all not look at the groups? All right, so in the East, A, you got Cleveland Pacers, Hawks, Toronto Wizards.
Boy, stop. That ain't no hard. Mm-mm.
I'm just telling you the groups in case you don't
Mm-mm.
know.
Mm.
East B, Boston, Detroit, Magic, Brooklyn, Sixers, and East C is Knicks, Milwaukee, Bulls, Heat, Charlotte.
It's definitely gonna be a West Coast one. I don't even know why we started with the East. It's definitely gonna be a West.
He
West.
said one out of the East and the West, I think.
That's what I was just saying. Which group do
Yeah,
you think is the toughest? Just
probably
one
the
from
one
each,
that you
not
just named.
yeah.
The one you
What
just
the
named,
see
probably.
the New York, the Knicks, Bucks, Bulls, Miami, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Yeah, maybe. I mean that Boston, Detroit, Magics, and Philly. That may be tough too. That's B.
Probably undersell on Boston and Brooklyn's horrible, so that's why I didn't choose them, even though I wanted
Yeah.
to.
Out of the
Well,
East,
well. I mean, I'm just looking at Philly. I'm just looking at really Philly, Detroit, and Orlando.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't be mad at you for that one either,
yeah,
though. Honestly,
I'll probably go B. I'll probably go B.
Yeah. And then the West A, you got OKC, Minnesota, Sacramento, Phoenix, and Utah. West B, you got the Lakers, Clippers, Grizzlies, Mavericks, and Pelicans. And West C, you got the Rockets, Nuggets, Warriors, Blazers, San
I'm
Antonio.
going
there
C.
you go, right
For
I
there.
was about to say, yeah, C. Yeah, that C is tough. I
That's
mean,
tough.
probably outside of Portland, but shoot, the Rockets, Nuggets, Warriors, and Spurs. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough. That's gonna be tough. I mean,
Mhm.
B will be. I mean,
B ain't gonna
B
be
ain't
no
gonna be in
slouch.
be no. Yeah, I'm about to say ain't gonna be no slouch either with the Lakers, Clippers, Memphis, and Dallas, and the Pelicans too. I
crazy.
mean,
Not only out of the B, only the Lakers are really playing well right now. Clippers are 500. Everybody else, I think, is below in that Group B.
I
So
guess I'm thinking of it not from best team, but like matchup wise. What could you
yeah,
see?
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
yeah, that one's ass.
Yeah. Well, in terms of to your point, the only decent team out of it is the Lakers in terms of that. But in terms of matchups, you could have some interesting matchups in that group just because of some of the some of the players on the teams.
Nah, for sure, for
I
sure.
like Group A too. I mean, A got three teams. That's well. Hold on. They got two, but I mean the Suns are playing well. I don't think the Suns is gonna last though. But I mean they're
They
playing
won't.
Yeah,
okay for
Mm-mm.
yeah.
now. Minnesota, OKC.
Okay, see the
Yeah,
only
you
one
can't.
really.
Yeah, it's I definitely see why on the
Really
side though.
them too, because hey, I mean Sacramento, man, Suns and Utah. Yeah, I think C. That's gonna be a tough cut. They're gonna be tough out there. Um, shoot, you're probably looking at Group C on East and West. It's probably the toughest ones. So, that's gonna be interesting though. Rockets, Nuggets, Warriors, like that's gonna be some good games. They definitely just make people watch. All right. So did anything change as far as they winning? No, they each player get yeah, 500K. Runners up get 200K. Yeah, that's it. Quarterfinals get 50K. Okay, semifinals get 100K. All right. So cool, cool, cool. So they've already started playing some games. I think it started on Halloween. They started playing some
Hmm.
games. So
I think Tuesdays and Fridays are when
yeah,
they cut.
that's what it looks like. Yeah, because November 7th, the 14th, 21st, yeah, 25th, 26th, 28th, yeah. And then second week of December they start doing knockout rounds. So yeah. Cool, 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 man. Looking forward to that. Jump into some college football. Well, first before that, little housekeeping. Um, congratulations to the Dodgers for winning the World Series, man. I didn't get to watch that last game, but from what I heard, it was a doozy.
Yeah, it was a really
Jerry,
good
you
game.
watched. You said you was watching it. What'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, it was an awesome game. The suspense was high. The fans were lit. I mean, everybody was standing up from the first pitch. I mean, loud in there, like it was crazy. I couldn't imagine being in an atmosphere like that with everything on the line. Yeah, it was hype. Like you could feel the electricity through the TV. And then
Mhm.
it came down to the wire. I mean, the Blue Jays was 2 outs from
Extra
winning it
innings,
all.
yeah.
Um, who hit that game tying home run? I think Will Smith hit the game winning home run. Oh, Miguel Rojas hit the game tying home run at the with 1 out, bottom of the ninth or top of the ninth. Crazy, crazy, crazy game. Then it went into extras. I think it ended in the 11th, 10th, or
Yeah, it
the I
was
think it was
11th. It was 11th.
it was 11th.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember seeing it pop up on my phone.
yeah. So real crazy game. I mean, that was what a way to end the season. So yeah, I was definitely locked in the entire time. So really good game.
Yeah, nah, and well, especially for the Dodgers to battle back because I think we were talking last week that like they bats were not looking good. So,
Yeah.
um, way to battle back and compete, man, and come and essentially come back to win the championship, man. Went two in a row to win because they was down 3-2 as of last week's show. So yeah, nah, that was pretty dope, dope of them.
Y'all know who
Now
got the
moving.
MVP?
You said who?
What's that?
MVP.
You got to
Oh
go Shohei in the NL. I mean, I don't see how you
no, I
could
think he was
go.
talking about World Series MVP.
Oh, Yamamoto won it.
Did he?
Yeah,
Good,
he went
good.
three. He went 3-0 because he ended up getting the win
Yeah.
for the
Oh,
the last
I
game.
watched the World Series. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah,
yeah. I was hoping that he got it. That's why I asked because some sports they kind of just tend to lean more towards the superstar on the teams. I was
Yep.
just wondering because I was like, boy, if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have won. He
yeah.
that
If you
he was tough
get
in this World
three
Series.
wins in the World Series, like that
That's
shit, that should damn near lock you in.
yeah. And he pitched. I mean, coming off of pitch what game 6, and then turned around in 7 and gave him some strong innings. I
Yeah,
mean, I'll be honest, I was impressed. I was
I
impressed by
think
it. So.
I think people sleep on how strategic baseball is. It's almost like you're watching a game of chess in a
Mhm.
different form. Like it's completely different, but like every pitch is like calculated. And I think people downplay, or people think that's boring. But like to me, like you don't get better strategy. Like it's crazy. I mean, it seems slow, but every single thing that's done in a baseball game is strategy. It's almost like, do you bunt the runner over with one man on second, first
Hmm.
leadoff double or something? Do you bunt him over to third, or do you try to? Everything is just like super strategic, and that's the part about it I like the most.
Yeah. No,
Mm,
I have to admit I don't watch baseball, but
Mm,
I was locked in because I was like, man, let me give this a try. And I will say I was very entertained by the World Series this year. It was some good
yeah,
games to watch. So
for sure, for sure.
and hopefully, you know what I mean. It boosts,
their season
viewership,
is too
which
long. I
It
say that
is.
that's what
it
my
is.
problem is.
They
I
do
was
need to
just
Yeah.
ready
change
to
that.
say that. Like, yeah, that
Yeah.
is way too long. Like, way
What
too
is
long.
it's
82.
162 games?
Oh, is it 62? That was
Yep,
82.
It,
162.
62. It's crazy.
yeah, that's a
And
lot
then
of
they damn near
baseball.
play every day. I think they have
Yeah.
like 4 off days a month, between 2 and 4 off days a month. Play every day.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
from
a
a
lot.
from a fan, I mean,
You love it.
That's
better than
awesome. Yeah,
watching, the
if you
Reds
deep
play every
in,
day.
yeah, if you
I'm not
deep
tripping,
into it, yeah,
but it could definitely be shorter. And I think if it was a shorter season, then it could draw
it would
more.
mean more. Yes, yes.
Instead of the
And,
Dodgers and the Yankees playing their series, on a Thursday or Friday, Saturday, and well, I guess Friday, Saturday, and Sunday series aren't too bad. But it'd be those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday series. It just be like, bro,
Yeah.
you know, just play. I guess just play on the weekend. I don't know. I don't know. They could do something,
They
but
can adjust it if they wanted to.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but why? I mean, I'm sure they make a lot of money in
just
uh,
it's just a
TV
suggestion, bro.
rates. No, no, I'm just saying.
It's
Like,
just
I'm just
something.
thinking. Like,
I
I'm just
mean, I'm
sure they
not
make
sure,
too much
They
money
do.
to
What
to
well, your
shorten the
problem is
season.
though. I think anybody will tell you baseball's audience has been shrinking for years. If
Oh
you,
Yeah,
I think if you want to capture more of
uh,
the audiences, I think if you shorten the season, that definitely can do it, in my opinion. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's like
and
that.
like people want to see home runs and stuff too. Like,
Yeah, and then it's like that head to head, like I said, Dodgers Yankees series. It's just like,
hmm
bro, that should be like prime time on a Friday. But instead, like you said, you got it Friday, Saturday, you got a day game on Sunday. It just kind of waters
hmm
down you know. Granted, this isn't me like trying to suggest that because I mean, I don't know how it would work. But I just think it would be more like if, those games were just like highlighted more. But since they play 3 or 4 at a time, it's kind of like they kind of get watered out. But
yeah,
and the thing is too, even if you put those games on a certain date, you gotta hope both teams are good at that moment.
yeah. Then you
Because
also
I
got
mean,
like
nobody wants to watch a bad, New York Boston Red Sox series. You know what I mean? Even
it
though
would
it's
be
them.
dope if you could if we could like they could like some kind of way make the pitchers match up, but with the rotations you never
Oh
know,
yeah, yeah, that
but you
too.
how
see,
it's
you
gonna
have better
go.
chance at that though, Jared. I think if you play less games.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you get your yeah, then your best pitchers and
I
players can
agree
play
with
more.
that.
No, absolutely. No,
hmm
that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So yeah, man, I want to talk college football. We finally got the playoff rankings. I'm just gonna do top 12. I'm not gonna do the whole top 25. We can look into the bottom 13 after the top 12. So currently, right now, this is, I guess I don't want to say if it started today, but this is the top 12 teams right now. At 12, you got OU, Oklahoma. You got 11 Texas, 10 Notre Dame, 9 Oregon, 8 Texas Tech, 7 BYU, 6 Ole Miss, 5 Georgia, 4 Bama, 3 Texas A&M, 2 IU, and 1 is still Ohio State, of course. Um, but on the back end, there's a lot of teams that can impact this playoff moving forward. I mean, you got Tennessee at 25, who's still the only 3 loss team that's in there right now. Um, Missouri, who still plays Texas A&M, and a couple teams at the top. You got Michigan, who may be that fourth Big Ten team that could possibly try to get in. USC right there at 19. Georgia Tech coming up extremely fast. I don't know why they're so low at 17, but Georgia Tech definitely been playing well with it. Possibly a Heisman candidate at quarterback.
You
It's a
said
lot of
Georgia
teams.
Tech
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
must be Georgia Tech. So if their quarterback is a Heisman candidate, I mean, I
I
know they
just
had a good record, but I
I
didn't
was
know
just
they.
looking at what they've been how they've been speaking on the different players as far as Heisman. They mentioned their quarterback is one
I
of
don't
them.
even
So
know the nigga's name.
I, same here.
That's crazy. Shout out to him though. If he's hooping like that,
It's
I couldn't even tell you his name, where he's from. I know he's a white guy.
Haynes King.
I've heard that. Well, I watched a couple of the games. That's why I've heard. I watched that Colorado game. So yeah. All right. Well, shout out to him.
So yeah, no, it's a lot of teams on the back end who can make an impact on this selection. I mean, Vanderbilt at 7-2 at 16. It's a lot of good teams here, man. Any objections to this list? To
Man,
this top
IU getting
12?
closer and closer and closer, man. I know they keep getting more number one votes. I'm sure of it. I think last week they had 11. I'm almost certain that the AP gave them more than that this week. They, them boys is nice, man. And if
Yeah.
you just compare, if you compare the quality of the victories to ours, hey, get a little spooky because I mean, they are killing people, killing teams. So
I mean, y'all ain't no slouch yourselves.
we're not killing teams like they're killing teams, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking like Penn State 38-14, Wisconsin 34-0,
They play
Illinois 30.
this week coming up too, so I'm definitely curious to see how that
I
turns
just
out.
yeah,
It's
y'all
like,
been whooping
and
some
that'd be
teams too.
another thing. Like at the halftime of that game against Penn State this week, we were up 17-14. It's just like I don't understand why teams don't stick to what works. They come out the second half and just didn't score a point. They were really moving the ball. Like they were moving the ball. It's almost like Ohio State just be calling in like, all right, that's enough. Cut that shit out. And teams just, all right. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm not giving our coaches or defenses, enough credit, but it's weird, man. Teams just don't do. They just refuse to do what works. They refuse to exploit the actual weaknesses of a team, and they just be losing. But yeah, I think it'll be a good. I feel like if IU does Penn State like crazy bad this week, I think they'll jump to number one. If they pull out another 55-10, I think they might jump to number one. Which, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think that matters. But yeah, I think they might jump us if they do Penn State like they've been doing everybody else. They'll probably jump to number one.
Yeah, but I think it also depends on y'all win too. Uh, cause who y'all got this? Y'all
Play with,
got y'all got Purdue. Yeah.
it's probably
If y'all
better.
stump, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna stump Purdue out. Y'all may just stay there.
That's at Purdue too. I need to check tickets. I might roll up there.
Yeah, that's not a bad drive at all.
Not at all.
Um, see, they're releasing the playoff bracket right now, so we'll probably circle back to that towards the end of the show. But we definitely got some other things to talk about, which is NFL. Um, Trade deadline. What y'all think, man? Well. I'm gonna start with you, Jared, because I know we were talking about your teams not doing anything and possibly probably should have. What do you think the Bengals should have did, even though they did absolutely nothing? What do you think they
I
should
mean,
have
hey,
done
bro, we're down
out of the
so
players that
bad.
was out there that has moved? I guess.
We're down so bad. I don't know. Usually, I have a whole book of stuff to do or try. Like I don't know. I mean, it's easy to say trade guys, but who wants the guys on our team? Who's going to trade for Jordan Battle, Cam Taylor Britt? Nobody wants those guys. I mean, I think they probably could have went somewhere, but I mean, I don't think we were going to get enough. And it's just like when everybody needs to go, where do you start? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think we would have even gotten enough for any of those guys to even have a team after we traded who needs to be traded. Like you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I don't really know. Our hands kind of tied. I mean, I know we did trade
Logan
Logan
Wilson.
Wilson
Yeah, Logan. Yeah,
for some money, but I've been telling y'all for 3 years he's been trash, and I love the fact that the bright side out of us being as horrible as we are is that I've called it, so I can just firmly stand on, bro. We've been trash. We've been trash. This defense has been trash. I think it's finally being exposed. The fact that Logan Wilson can't cover. He can't get in on the blitz. He can't stop the run. Literally can't do anything. And it's been like that. I guess it's just been masked, but it's been like that. So we sent him to Dallas for nothing, 7th round pick. I mean, which is
Yeah.
with how we draft. I mean, we can't even hit on first rounders, so there's a zero chance we'll be able to hit on a 7th rounder. So we essentially traded Logan Wilson for me. I mean, if you want to look at it like that. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else outside of firing some coaches and cutting a whole bunch of guys. I don't really know what else we could have done.
The one thing I don't get, Jared, and maybe you can express it to me, not even talking about like all season, but just talking about like now where they are in the season and seeing how the defense is performing. What's the purpose of holding on to Hendrickson when you can trade him and he's
Oh,
probably your best
he
trade
should.
asset?
I know y'all remember me saying on this podcast that he should have been gone.
Yeah,
He should
I
have been
told you I
gone
agreed with you, but
last season.
yeah, I mean I agreed with you, but
Should
the
have
whole thing
been
was even after everything that went, I guess I don't understand the value of keeping him if, and I know they could have got probably a second or a third for him. I mean, why
At
not move him
least.
and get some
I
more
don't think.
draft
I
capital?
don't think. One, I don't think so. Two, y'all got to remember we don't have a GM. We don't have anybody that's on these phones trying to facilitate and you know Bob
Or
and
even
Weave.
have relationships with other GMs because a lot of the GMs know each other. You know what I
We don't
mean?
have that.
Maybe worked under somebody in their past, so like they have some type of relationship, like you
we
said. Yeah,
don't
with
we
no
don't we
GM.
don't we don't have that guy. We don't have anybody that's actively because I mean like we got a player personnel guy. His name is Duke Tobin, but you only see him or hear from him like during the combine and like during the draft. But like once the draft is over, you never hear or see or anything with this guy until the next combine. So it's like I don't even think we have like a working office throughout the year of people trying to improve the roster. So it's just like
Mm.
people probably call. I don't even think the calls are being answered because by who? Well, I know GM. So it's just like I I don't know. I really don't know. And it's just like Trey Hendrickson. I'm sure. And it's like the Bengals are so inept to making deals. There's no football mind in the organization, including the coaches. They have no clue. But it's just like who is gonna uh who's gonna make the trade? Like who's gonna say, okay, yeah, we can get this
Who's
and
gonna
that,
facilitate it? Yeah,
get this person, that person, this pick, that pick. There's nobody to do that. So it's just like the price was probably crazy high. It's probably been the same height that it was, back during the summer, which, I mean, it's ugly. So I don't know if they got calls and they just didn't answer, or got calls and the price was too high, or what. I don't know the situation, but I think they were forced to keep Trey Hendrickson because there's just nobody skilled to trade him.
Mm. Well,
yeah.
there
I
was
can't
rumors
blame
that teams were calling about him. That's why I brought that up. And then
I
it
don't even
seemed
were
was
the, were the calls answered. I wouldn't be
yeah, that I
surprised.
don't. Yeah.
There was
Mhm.
nobody on the other side of it. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Mhm.
You know, I
that's
just
fair.
and I personally don't. I wouldn't trade a 2 or 3 for him. I trade a 2 and a 3, or maybe like a 1 and a 3 for a JJ Watt or something, or maybe 2 1s and a 2 or something for it. But I'm not giving up no second and no third for Trey Hendrickson. He's just not. He's just not that good.
You said you wouldn't give up a second or a third for him?
Well, definitely not both. But
No, no, no. I said second or third, like one of the
I
other.
thought
Yeah.
you said second and a third.
No,
I
no, no, no,
don't
no, no. He ain't worth that. No.
know. I really just don't know. And it's like
I
I
just
think
think desperation. That's why I asked, because some teams are so desperate to try to fit that pass
it's
rushing role that they overpay for guys. That's all.
Yeah, but I also think the guys know that he's just not that good. He's not a top 5 edge. I
No,
can't even
no,
say
no,
top
no.
10.
Mm-mm.
And he's kind of banged up right now.
Yeah,
And he can't and outside of pass rushing, he can't do anything. It's just
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I can't see anybody even really, I'm certainly not giving up a second rounder for him. So I mean that's just and then like I say, him being hurt and kind of banged up right now, that's certainly not helping the cause. But yeah, I don't think the Bengals said no, we're keeping them. I just think that they're just stupid and just blew it that way. So man, free the guys, man. Jamar T, they just deserve so much better. I don't know if you saw this, Justin, but I put on my story. I'm like, send Jamar to play with Lamar. Bro,
Oh,
I
I love that.
I honest to God would not be mad
I
on
would love
everything
that.
I love. I wouldn't be mad. Like, bro, just let him go. If you can't just keep him in this dysfunctional situation, send Jamar up the road to play with Lamar and watch them go crazy. And
Go
I
crazy.
promise you, I
What?
wouldn't care.
Oh yeah.
So that's that.
Okay, fair enough. Justin, Baltimore.
What about him?
I'm back on road.
Well,
Yeah,
you remember told you earlier in the year. I mean, they kind of remind me of how the 49ers have always, it seemed to be every year. I mean, Ravens got killed with injuries. So I don't know if you remember me telling you guys, Patrick Carr is probably the biggest injury they had, even with everybody else. Like, he is the engine that helps that run offense go.
Yeah,
And
he even
now
helps
that he's,
Lamar running, like
yeah,
because
so
he
now that he's
blocking.
back, I expect the offense to be better. But it still goes back to the same thing I've always said. I mean, when you have Lamar, he covers up so many holes on that offense that they never really take care of the issues. They still don't have a true X receiver, a guy. You know, you like some of the pieces, but none of them are great. You hate it because Mark Andrews gets involved every like 3, 4, 5 games, and then people think he's still great, but it's not that. It's just
Mhm.
certain matchups he's still able to exploit. Um, so I mean, Baltimore's Baltimore. I don't think they're in a position this year to, I mean, really win the AFC, but this
Hey,
could be one of those weird years. Yeah, I was gonna say this
wide
could be
open.
one of those
yeah,
weird
wild
years
card.
It's
where it could
wide open,
happen.
bro. I
Yeah,
think if any year this would be,
a year that is possible for sure.
And
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
crazy that like I get y'all saying that because it was crazy. I was just talking to my bro earlier, and we were saying the same thing. Like this is probably one of the most widest AFC like
Oh, for sure.
years,
Yeah.
period. Like where
hmm
you're not looking at the Chiefs dominating or the Bills dominating or even the Ravens dominating or even Cincinnati playing well. Like none of these like historic teams in the AFC over the past couple of years have been playing really really good. Just
hmm
like everybody's like like limping through the season right now, outside of the Colts. But
damn,
again,
Tyrese Maxey's going crazy.
not really a
Yeah.
believer there
Him and
too.
DJ
So it's like, is
nasty.
this real? Um, so speaking of the Colts, yeah, I'll ask y'all opinion. What do y'all think about the Sauce Gardner trade?
Shit,
I'll get y'all opinion first before I say anything.
I
Just
like Sauce Gardner, so like, I mean, I don't really know. He's owed a lot of money. I don't know if people
it
really
actually it actually ain't that bad.
thirty
I've heard.
million.
It's not that he hits the cap for the next 5 years at like 26 million to the Colts.
mm-hmm.
A lot of his money is in incentives. So like they got many outs to get at and be able to release him without a whole lot. Like the Jets, I
Well, I
think
mean,
only have like
that's how T Higgins thing is too. But people ain't really looking. This dude, he because I mean he just signed the contract. Don't even kick in until 2026. No, yeah, next year.
You talking
No,
about T Higgins?
2027 because he in his fourth year and they did the fifth year option. So next year is his fifth year, and then the real money start kicking in. So like he's he's paid for sure. So I imagine at least if this is the fourth year, we know he's getting this. We know he's getting next year. We know he's at least getting probably the first 2 years guaranteed of. Whew,
you talking about Sauce?
yeah,
I
because
don't. It's something weird. It's something with the contract. I've heard some.
Yeah,
I heard
some
some.
way they did the contract. Like he had already been read up.
Yeah, like it's not.
So it's
Yeah,
it's 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 gonna hit us at 26.5 for the
yeah,
next 3 years.
and that's not nothing
that's a
considering
That's
lot of
not.
what's
money for a corner.
not in the market. If you think about it, it's really
No,
not. I
it's
mean,
really
don't get me
it's,
wrong. It
it's
ain't
really
chump
right
change.
at the market. Like
Man,
It's
that's a
yeah.
it's
little.
not
That's a
it's not
shit.
even. I don't think it's top five. He's not even
Especially
getting
for a
top
guy
five
who
for
ain't
me.
had a pick in 2, 3 seasons. It's a lot of money.
Well, here's my thing. I would say I'm not so much concerned with the money because they don't pay a quarterback, so you can do
And
that when you're
that's
not paying a
that was gonna
quarterback.
be my next point.
So like
You can't now, I don't think. Well, you probably can.
I'm fine
And
with the 26. It's just two first rounders. Okay, it just depends on how you do. That's kind of one of the questions. It's
Damn, I
just he
forgot
had to
about
me,
that too.
Sauce just hasn't been great. Um, Like to me, like not that he's terrible. He just hasn't been like when I watch like a Patrick Surtain or like a Derek Stingley, like some of the he hasn't been that. And I think
Right.
to your point though, Jared, if I'm paying that, I want that. I want that
Yeah.
kind of guy if I'm gonna pay that kind of money. So, but maybe
Not
he'll fit better in this
talking about him
defensive
too much.
scheme too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he'll fit better, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
And I like Sauce. That's probably top five favorite
I do
players for
too.
me.
I like him.
But
And
I definitely wasn't tapped into. And it's crazy how you can sign a guy to all that money in July and then come November trade him. Like I mean, the contract ain't even close to kicking in,
I'll say
and
this: I
they've
think they
already sent him
realized
out.
how far away they were from being able to win, and they got
Yeah,
from under those contracts now, so they can start their rebuild. Which I actually take my hat off to an organization that recognizes that and can go ahead and keep it moving because they don't have any. I mean, him and Quentin Williams would have wasted away their prime years for what, and then they wouldn't have got
and the one
anything back.
person I feel sorry for is Brees Hall because he didn't get out.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I feel sorry for him.
I
It's like
actually wanted to
all the
call,
guys
but
that you kind of came in with are gone. Like you know what I mean, able to go and pursue you know what I mean
yeah,
other ventures, and you stuck there with nothing.
yeah.
yeah, I
Um,
actually wanted Brees Hall. I feel like him and Chase Brown would have been a nice one too.
yeah.
But
All
Actually,
right.
yeah, they would have been. Yeah, yeah.
Well, my big
it was
thing about
it was
another thing going back kind of to the Sauce Gardner thing is with us moving those first round picks, that means we don't have to pay first round pick money. So it
Correct.
kind of saves us money on the back end too, which makes me think they're probably going to give Daniel Jones
A contract.
at least a 3 year.
Is
Mhm,
that
probably.
do you want that? Is that like you've seen enough to
I
know that
think
that shit-
I just think they are. I don't it's I can't say what I want. I
No, I
mean,
was just saying
but
like what do you think? Like
that's
if
what I'm
you were
saying. I
making
think
a
that's
decision.
what they're going to do based on moving 2 first round picks because if you are first off, you're kind of going for it right now. You're figuring you're going to be a playoff team, so that pick is going to be mid to lower what I mean 20s. Uh, that's if you make the playoffs, win a playoff game hypothetically, just based on how the Colts have been playing, I think that's what they're thinking. Like, hey, look, this is that window in the AFC now that, hey, look, we're playing well. We can get an impact player on defense because our DBs have been hurt. Sauce Gardner ain't missed a lot of games in his past 4 years. So
Mm-mm.
if nothing else, even if he's not as impactful, he's going to be there, which we just been
He's
battling
available.
injuries.
Yep.
Exactly. We've been battling injuries at DB for 3 years now, and we've been
Yeah.
drafting DBs. These are young guys that we've been drafting and can't nobody stay healthy. So at least we can have somebody there who we know is going to be durable there. So I'll take that.
I just want to
Um,
know like your opinion. Have you seen enough of Daniel Jones to be like, all right, yeah, I'm rolling, or are you kind of like, eh,
um, well, this is that part of the schedule. Remember earlier in the season, I was talking about like this is that part of the schedule. So like just this week, looking at the Steelers game, like um, against good sound defenses. This is what I want. I want to see how they respond. Also in the game, kind of like what we was talking about the other day, Jared. They have 6 turnovers, still only lose by 7, which shows how great the
crazy?
offense is. You know what I mean?
90% of the
Um,
league with 6 turnovers, they're getting fucking destroyed.
you're losing by a couple scores. So that gives me confidence. But now I want to see how you bounce back after a loss like that. You know what I mean? 6 turnovers. I want to see how he plays next game. Does that carry over? How's the locker room? How are people? How's everybody responding? Because that's what's important to me. Because I've been through enough of the Colts roller coaster that I care about the locker room, like what's going on after a loss. Like, are we responding or is this hanging over? You know what I mean? Is it going to take us 2 or 3 games to get back to form? You know what I'm saying? Um, Things of that nature. So I think that just based on the moves they make, they're going to extend Jones. And I think they're just going to go for it in the next 3 years, saying, like, okay, this is our core. This is our nucleus. Everybody's playing well. We think we found our groove as far as the quarterback position. Let's go for it over the next 3 years. And then after that, you can kind of reassess because contracts will be done and you can kind of reassess your stars and see if there's something you want to continue or bring in some new talent.
They're gonna have to
Um,
figure out the JT situation though.
yeah, you're definitely gonna have to revisit him. Like, I
He,
mean, that's probably the only person that you really got to
'Cause his
revisit right
contract's
now.
up. That's the thing. He only got one.
Didn't
He
he
gonna be
just
on the
get
last
paid?
year. So, huh?
I thought he just
Nah,
got paid.
no.
Nah,
He's on the
that was
last year. Next year's
yeah,
his last year of that
yeah.
contract.
Man, shit
But
is
you're
more.
gonna. So I think
Yes.
you. I mean, but I think there's enough money there to extend both of those,
Oh,
especially
100%. Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not paying you're not paying the first round draft pick. You know what I mean? Because that's all guaranteed mostly
And you're
now.
not giving Daniel Jones 50. I would hope
No,
not.
no, no, no,
50
no, no,
million.
no.
So
You
yeah, I'm
give
with
him you give him 3 years, 42, 43, and leave it alone.
you. Yeah, yeah. Now, can
You
I
give him a
say
little.
this
You
though?
give him a little more than what he got in New York, and you leave that alone 3 years, and we reassess again.
I only thing that I did not like, and this is just because I liked him. I liked him when he was at Texas. So this is just me. I did not like that they got rid of AD Mitchell. I just think had not
Mhm.
Mitchell.
They did him bad, man.
They did
He
him
wasn't
But
bad,
capping,
and
but
he's the most talented receiver they had on their roster. And I get it. Everybody's mad about what he did, but man, he's young.
Jonathan Taylor
We
did the
see
same
play
shit last
exactly.
year.
We
yeah,
seen several players do it, but
Yeah.
then
I
they
don't. I don't.
completely weeded him out of the offense. Period. He
Okay,
was
Yeah,
all
I've
right.
never seen anything like
If
that. And
if
then
I
like I
if
was
I
watching
if
the
I
news the
may,
next morning and they were like, he's the reason why we lost.
yeah,
I'm just
bro.
like,
if I may,
damn.
so I'm with you guys. I liked him when we drafted him. I was a big fan. Um, my only thing is in his opportunities, a lot of drops, a lot of drops. I mean, hand like ball and hand drops. Um, Another thing is that you're gonna pay Alec Pierce. That's another one that we're gonna have to pay. So I think there's not really a lot of room because we don't run a lot of four receivers. So with Pittman, Downs, and Pierce, that's your three. With now Tyler Warren, like that's pretty much going to be your receiving core. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
but he was this. I mean, he's
I,
still
I
so.
understand. I
Well, my
understand, but
thing was this is year two.
mhm.
Pittman, Pierce, and Downs all stay banged up, so you don't have a ton of good depth behind those guys.
But I mean,
Either.
you still got a guy who been there for a long time, like Doolin. You still got another
Exactly.
young
What
guy
has he
in
been?
Gold. I'm just saying, like guys that's just been there. That's you know what I mean,
Exactly. They just been there. They ain't doing
right?
nothing to move the needle.
But then you get Mitchell, who's been in there when you do put him in, and like I said, you get a lot of drops. You get he runs the wrong route quite often, especially
Oh,
earlier
that's crazy.
in his career.
If he's
I'm just
doing
saying
shit like that, then
that's what I'm saying. And then
sayonara.
like you know what I mean. In the offseason, you hear such great things about him in training camp and things, and then it just he gets on the field. You know, in those situations where it is a four receiver, or you know, what I mean, he's coming in at a slot or whatever, and he's not doing what the other guys are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not producing, whether you have all the talent and the upside and we believe in you. It's like when we're giving you the opportunity, you're not taking advantage of it because we
I
can
don't
move
move off
Alec
of young
Pierce.
guys. I don't move.
No,
I don't
I'm just
move
saying
on
we
from
can
young
move
guys
at
that
Alec
are that young
Pierce.
and that talented
I,
after a year. So
I, I mean, it's 2 years, and he didn't do
this
anything
is
last year, and he
this
had
is
a
his
bunch of
second year.
drops.
This is
Right,
his
that's
second.
what I'm saying. Like
So it hadn't
after, I
been
mean,
2 years. It's just been 1 year. I mean,
I just don't like the way they was coming at him about that mistake. I was like, I ain't
nah,
never seen no shit like
nah,
that.
not
Like
at all.
the news people was going crazy. I'm like, damn, like nigga, he fucked up. But like to bench him, they was like, yeah, he should never play again. I'm like, wow, okay. But like I said, that's why I prefaced it with I'm not super tapped in. I'm not going. I've never
but
seen
I
Buddy
mean,
one run one
like,
route. Like
who you in a rush to put him on the field in front of?
I, I don't know. But
Everybody
I
else
was
is
just
doing
talking
their
about
thing.
I was just talking about like isolating somebody like that off of a mistake that we see 5 to 10 times a year. Demarco
Yeah,
did it. It's not Demarco. It,
but like I said, I don't think
do for
it's
do for
just.
the Cardinals.
Oh
He
yeah,
did it.
Oh yeah,
Demarco,
I know you're talking about.
Demarcado. Yeah.
There it is. There it
Yep.
is. Yep, 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 yep. He
Hmm.
did it too. I mean, he was
Yep.
out there last night. I mean, I wasn't used to the reaction that maybe. And then, like
No,
I said, I haven't
no.
watched him, so maybe
And
it
like I
was
said,
a.
and I don't think it's just that.
Yeah, that's what I
But
was
if
just
you've
gonna
been
ask.
watching him over the 2 years in the time he's been on the field, like I said, there's been a lot of drops, a lot of wrong routes ran, and I don't see out of the three receivers in front of him, I don't see somebody that you're gonna be like. I'm not gonna put him in front of Alec Pierce. I'm not putting him in front of Downs or Pittman. Like I'm not in a rush to get him on the field in front of one of those guys when they're clearly all producing now. And when you're out there, you're one of the few that's just not.
I'll say it this way. You can say that, but when given certain opportunities, like in that Rams game,
Hmm.
the kid showed his talent. So I
Yeah,
mean, you can say all that, but I mean, it is what
Yeah,
it
he
is.
was scoring a long
I'm
ass
just saying.
touchdown.
I watch every game, so I see him all the time.
I do too. You're not the only one. I see a lot of the
So
games. I see
I
as far
don't.
as not just the Colts. I watch
I've
a
been
lot of
watching
them.
that first game all year.
So
so I was just. I mean, like, and like I said, I'm with you. I was excited when we got him, but like when I see him out there, I don't see like excitement. I see cockiness. I see celebrations and all that stuff, and then you drop a ball, easy one. Or I mean, the end zone shit is the end zone shit. I don't think it. Like I said, I don't. You don't cut or get rid of somebody just because of that. There's a lot more. And if you look back through his plays throughout the years,
I
the
mean,
past 2 years or a year and a half or whatever,
so
there's a
according
lot.
so according to that logic, and again, I'm not even coming at you, but I'm just to kind of put it in perspective. According to your logic, then that means like Brian Thomas Jr. should be traded because he struggled with drops this year. He's been terrible with drops this year. There's guys. Marvin Harrison Jr. has struggled with drops throughout his career, even last year. So
Mhm.
you're saying these teams need to move off of guys because they struggle with drops, and I just can't agree with that. So I mean,
No, I'm just talking about Mitchell being a fourth receiver on the team, receiver number 4. Now, if those guys are receiver number 4,
just
then
just
yeah,
curious, pure talent wise, who's the best receiver on that roster?
pure talent wise, Josh Downs.
Mm.
Josh Downs.
You see, I don't have no expression because I have no idea. Like, I don't even have a
I know for a fact
rebuttal
it's
or
hands
agreement at
down
this
Josh
point.
Downs.
I have no idea. So if you say Josh Downs and we just gonna roll, I'm just gonna roll with
That's
Josh
it.
Downs.
We're
I
gonna
have no,
roll with Josh Downs. Well,
I have
y'all
no
gonna
idea.
roll with Josh Downs. Yep.
You about to get me lying. No idea.
So I mean, again, I didn't know he was part of that trade when I initially seen it because it came across my phone. It
Yeah,
just said two first, and I was just
yeah, I
like,
didn't either.
two first? I'm like, and I didn't even understand that at first. I'm like, that's a lot for Sauce
And then it's
Gardner.
like, especially for the money. Like I can
And
see if
I,
you, man,
I mean, I'm
yeah,
not worried about the money because, like I said, the costs are cheap. We don't pay a lot of people. We don't have a bunch of like crazy like big contracts, so I'm not even really worried about the money.
that
I'm
nigga
just
better
looking at the
keep the
first
money.
two first. I'm like,
Two
Sauce
first
Gardner is,
rounds
is
for a corner that
solid.
you
But
pay
that's
30 million to.
yeah, and a player. Like I'm like,
They said they had been
basically you
scouting
gave
him
up
for
two first
a
and
while,
a
so
second because Adon was a second. It's like that's.
maybe
I'm
they're
like,
just
all right,
super convinced on him. And I want him to do well. It's one of my favorite players, but you
me
know,
too. Like I like
went to
even
college in the
even after
city.
the whole debacle and like all of that, I was still like I wasn't like giving up on him. But it's just like some people just need to some players you just have to sit down and just give them times. And then when you ready to give them opportunity, hey, look, this your opportunity again. You know what I mean? And at that end, the Colts for a team that's not been high on accountability over the years, I'm not mad at them holding players accountable because we need that in our organization because we haven't had it in a long time. So I'm not mad if players not performing and you're not on the field. You know what I mean? Like work your way back into the rotation through practice and things of that nature. Work your way back in.
That's fair.
So we just can't afford to go back to the old ways where we're just letting the BS slide because we've been doing that. And we done wasted a lot of years letting the BS slide.
I don't think that daughter going for it, boy. She did some
I'm
shit
for
together.
it. I'm
Every time I
for
see
it.
her with the headset on, I just cringe though. But she doing something right.
Headset on take but she been doing that for 4 years now. I think she been on the sideline for 4 years. She been doing that.
I know they made a big deal out of her saying that she just wanted the headset. I don't think she's been listening in for 4 years.
I don't know. I don't know.
I
But
keep hearing
she's
them
been
say
down there on the
that.
sideline with the headset on and taking notes. She's been doing that for a long time. So
Yeah, that's not what the media is saying, bro.
uh,
They're all over. They're eating this up that she's just started doing this.
okay, well, hey, look, the team's playing better. Like something's changing in the organization, and I'm not mad at it right now. So, and like compared to what we've been dealing with the past 8 years, I'll take it. She can have two headsets. She can have one around her neck and one on her head. As long as we keep playing better football, I don't
Super
care.
cringe, man.
I ain't worried about it.
Whatever.
There's some owners you can't find.
That's very true.
There's a lot of teams that owners ain't even invested. Don't care. I'll take my owner on the sideline doing that versus, you know what I mean, just sitting back. You know what I mean, sitting on their money, not doing nothing.
All right.
So
Just
I'm
have
not
fun with it.
angry. I'm not angry about it
I
at
didn't.
all.
I didn't
So
say I was angry about
no,
it.
I'm just saying, like I'm talking about me just personally. Like I mean, you're saying like the media's eating it up and they got something to say about it. I'm like, I'm not angry about it. Hey, do what you gotta do. Be invested in your team. It's your team. Be down there. See what's going on. Hear what they saying. Hear what they calling. Seeing how they execute. What's the conversation on the sideline? Be in all of it. Shoot, it's your investment. Because hey, you need to identify the problems yourself first. Like you trusting everybody else to bring it to you, and I think that's kind of what Ursay was. It's like kind of in the background, like picking, choosing, and depending on other people to bring you the information. Go see for yourself. Like so. Again,
That's how you
I'm
end up
kind of
as
cool with.
the Cowboys.
You said what?
I said that's
I
how
ain't hear.
you end up as the Cowboys.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like. But I'm letting them cook. Letting everybody
Cowboys.
cook.
Well, that's when you're the owners, the GM, and all of that good stuff.
It's when your owner's overly into too many things that they don't know enough about. So
Maybe. I mean, he got a couple Super Bowls. We only got one, so
you talking about Jerry Jones
yeah. At some point, it
30 years
worked.
ago?
That's hey.
Mhm.
I'll take two more 30 years ago for my team. I mean, hey, everybody can't be the Ravens, man. You know, everybody can't beat y'all. We got some people got to crawl through the mud, man. Y'all just been a model of consistency, so we can't. Every team ain't like that. I wish. I wish. So, but some teams ain't got none. So, but let's look at some of these top games coming up this week. This week, man, this season going quick, man. I feel like
It
we
is.
already in week 10.
It's fine.
It is definitely flying. Um, so Thursday night games, nothing to talk about.
Who is it?
Vegas and Denver.
I watch both Knicks. But yeah, it's definitely not a heater game. But I'll watch it. I'll check it out.
Hey man, what's wrong with your guy Chip Kelly, Jared?
I mean, bro, I
Why
ain't
you got
understand.
it, young guy?
Well,
What's
because
going
he
on?
came from Ohio State, that's why I mess
I
with
know.
him. I mean, so Jared knows his, how he would call
Mm-hmm.
them. It's just like I don't understand Buddy's offensive strategy at all.
It's probably just too collegey.
It
Like,
is. It is.
zone read. I'm pretty sure he's running like zone reads and shit and
He ain't doing none of that.
RPOs.
Like that's the thing. Like he ain't even doing that with Genty. Genty don't even get the touches that he really needs. That's the
Yeah,
problem. Like
yeah,
Gino's dropping back 40 times a game, throwing
yeah. That ain't
throwing it to guys I didn't even know was on the roster.
And then you
yeah.
just moved your top guy.
Because
He
I
been
don't
wanting
even
out since
remember
the
being
summer.
like super pass heavy. Like I don't think I remember that. Like
I don't either. That's what I'm saying. Like I
it's
thought he would run
probably
the
he
ball more.
probably ain't really getting to do what he want to do. I mean, that's always an option. You might get a
And you
job. Somebody be like, nah, this is what we doing. Like run
I
your
can't
off
see Pete
ground.
Carroll say and throw the ball though.
right,
Shoot,
because I about to say
he's
Pete
a run
Carroll is
heavy guy
definitely a
too.
run first. He's a run
No
first
idea.
coach, which is
Nigga
crazy.
probably
He
out
got one of the best young running
over.
backs in the league.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's crazy. But that's it. I mean, we'll see.
Nah, I agree with that. But we got some decent games this week. We get New England, Tampa Bay.
Tampa coming off the bye. I'd be curious to see who on Tampa Bay is actually healthy to play this week.
Yeah, I mean they are, especially at receiver.
That's what I'm talking. I mean, they got a
they
couple
missing.
injuries in other places, but
Yeah,
receiver, especially,
yeah.
what does that look like?
That's gonna be could be a good game. I guess I should say
Yeah, it definitely
potentially.
could. Mm-hmm.
Another one, 425 game. You got the Rams and the Niners. That could potentially be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Depending on what Washington team show up, Washington and Detroit.
Nah, they're done.
That's not. It's,
Because Jaden Daniels is gone, man. So
Man, I
oh,
was
that's
right
right.
about that
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
man. I
he,
knew I knew it, man. I don't know. Yeah, I just knew it's hard to go to the conference championship and then bounce back. It's hard, man.
yeah,
It's almost like you're doing yourself a disfavor by going far in your rookie season. It just how many times does that turn out not well?
yep,
It's almost like outside of like Patrick Mahomes, like and Tom Brady, I can't think of many cases where people got there and actually stayed there. It's like everybody took a crash,
yep.
and it's just another statistic, another tally mark just added to that. It's almost like, man, don't even suck the first year, bro. Just suck, get you another nice draft pick, and then kind of build on something. It's like when you hit that high mark so quick, it
It's
never
only
works out.
it's down from there. I mean, like you
It's
said,
that's it.
Yeah, you can't.
Only
I mean,
thing he
the next thing is the Super Bowl.
Super
Like, if
Bowl.
you know what
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
like that's your
If you
next
don't hit
standard.
that, kind of like, nah, well,
Was this season a failure?
Yep.
that's tough, man. Tough.
Especially
I mean,
since they
but you
don't have a
can't say.
first round pick either. So
Yeah,
and they gonna be bad, and you ain't got a first round pick for next year.
and you can't say like they didn't try in the offseason. They brought in offensive linemen. They brought in weapons. Like they
Yeah,
tried. They recognized like, okay, like we need to bring in some more to help him at this moment. But
I think
injuries and old defense.
yeah, I was gonna say yep. Old defense injuries, and I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. I feel like every time it happens in the offseason, no matter the team, it never works out well. When you have a player who holds out, man, and then you start the season with the whole
Yep.
McLaren, like it never bodes well for those teams, man. That offense hasn't looked right. It never was able to look right. Never.
Yep.
So I
Facts.
just already gonna be in trouble
No,
anyway.
no.
So I just hate the fact that he was in at a time in the game where it was pointless for him to be in, and then he had a bad injury like that to that elbow. So
Yeah, yeah. And then Monday night we get Philly and Green Bay.
that'll
Okay.
be interesting.
That's
That's
what I'm about to
cool.
say. That won't be a bad game either.
I'll take it.
Um, Teams on the
Pause.
bye this week is Cincinnati, Dallas,
Yes.
Tennessee,
Yeah.
Tennessee, and Kansas City.
It means we're not giving up 50 this week. I'm excited about it. And I don't gotta
Oh,
go watch it. I probably won't even
oh
watch
man,
football on Sunday. I'm gonna try to get away. I needed a break.
he said
So
yes.
Hey,
I'm
So
excited about us having a bye. That's awesome.
can we talk about how good, or let me just say this: how good is Philly's front office, man, and
man,
continue to
Jeez.
build that team, man. Goodness grief.
I'm jealous, really. Like
Yeah,
it's like they do all the right things at the
yep,
right time with the right players.
it's like
yep.
people just be giving them shit. Like it's like people be dealing them cards and just throwing them a fire hand. Cause like got Jalen Phillips for a third.
You got
Crazy.
to think they got two cornerbacks that they can give a shot to now because they traded Baltimore and they got Jair Alexander, and then they traded the Jets and got Michael Carter. So now they got two cornerbacks that can come in, and then they got Jalen, which helps with the pass rush. It's like, man, they on paper they've taken care of some of the questions. It ain't like their defense has been terrible, but they taken care of some of them questions that they
They
had.
fill in some of those spots that they were struggling
Yep,
at every time.
yep,
And teams just give them to them. Like,
yeah,
oh, this who you want? Okay,
yep. Go ahead and take it. Yep. Feel like they got like dirt on all these NFL teams. So
something
Yep, because whoever they want,
they
they gonna
they
get.
get.
get. Yep. Yep.
They get like that is it's wild. It is wild what they do. Like I hats off.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Yep.
what I mean? Like hats off. But even I mean, kind of y'all too. The Ravens like how y'all brought in what you call it that safety so y'all can move Hamilton back down into the box and let him
Yeah.
kind of roam around and do his thing. That really helped y'all defense too. So like
He's
y'all
gonna
kind
be
of do that
here.
too when the money's there.
Here's the problem though with Baltimore is like, and I'm just like, so when they lost to Darius Washington in the off season, that's when
Mm-hmm.
they should have went ahead and replaced another safety. It's the same issue they had last year. You can't make Kyle Hamilton sit on the back end of your defense
That
where
ain't that
where he
he
can't
can't
be
impact the
where he
game.
needs to be. Yeah, he can't be a true impact player. What happens? You fill the hole that you should have filled when Washington got hurt in the offseason. Now all of a sudden, Kyle Hamilton can be that piece on your defense that moves around and does all that.
Yep.
Now your defense is playing. Oh, go figure. It's the same thing that happened last year. Like,
No,
like
for
it's
sure.
you
But
know
like, I mean, because he plays he plays nickel
everything.
sometimes.
He plays everything.
He rush sometimes, like edge. Like you can find him everywhere. So no, I think that's definitely gonna be a game changer for y'all.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Y'all
100%. When
defense
he's able
too.
to be free, their defense is much, much better. So, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
Health has been huge for Baltimore, like I said, this year. So,
Always.
that's going to hurt every team that has the type of injuries that they had. But they're semi-healthy, or get at least they're a lot healthier than what they were. Lamar still ain't 100%. I don't know if any of y'all watched the game.
I did. I did.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
said, unfortunately, he's not 100%, and I don't know that he'll get there this year. So that's going to limit them a little bit just because he didn't look like he was comfortable taking off. So,
Yeah, no, no, definitely. I mean, he was. I mean, throwing it, he looked fine, but like
yeah,
you
he's
said, when
fine
he
throwing
had
it.
to move around, yeah,
Yep.
you could
When
tell a little bit. I
yep.
watched that game.
Teams get that pressure and he got to move around. That concerns me as far as his ability to, trust that the hamstring's going to hold up and him.
But like you said, getting Ricard back will help Derrick Henry. Maybe
Oh,
they can
100%.
I mean, lean on him more and
They're
that
going to have
short
to.
passing game.
Hmm. Yeah, and I'll
So
hopefully they'll get Justice Hill and keep Mitchell more involved too. I would like
yeah,
to see that, but we'll see.
because Mitchell's been running good. Like the times
Hmm.
I seen they put him in, like
He looks real good again.
yeah, yeah.
He's back
No, so
back to his old self after the ACL injury. So I really would like to see them getting more involved. But Baltimore is not great with implementing multiple backs at times. So
well, they also you know proceed with caution with backs too, because the
yeah,
times they've tried it, they've lost 3 or 4. So, so they probably like, hey, look, we gonna take it easy, and
Mhm.
you brought Derrick Henry there for a reason. So, I mean, even though they don't use him like they brought him there, like which is
correct. Yeah,
like, there's
yeah.
no reason why he shouldn't touch the ball 20 times. I don't see why not.
Like my thing is this: I wouldn't even trip on him not touching it 20 if you were actually giving like Keith Mitchell and Justice Hill more meaningful running time. Really, more so Keith Mitchell more meaningful time, but they don't. To your point, I don't know what they is like. Monken goes into his screen game and all that, then they're like, all right, we'll give it back to Derrick Henry now. You know,
Like at least when you're on the opponent's side of the 50, like once y'all get, what I mean, closer to
yeah,
scoring, like that should be all Derrick Henry.
should be. You're right,
Like
should be, but
once we cross the 50, like, hey, look, you know what I mean? Y'all know what's coming. I don't care. Y'all know it.
yeah.
Let's go.
Well, that's exactly how they should think, but that's not. I mean, y'all have seen Baltimore enough to know, like. I've told you I'm still not a Todd Monken believer. So yeah, I mean, I just think when the moments are meaningful, he doesn't know how to call games. So it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I do think y'all trending upwards.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, for
and
sure,
this is
for
the
sure.
time you really want to be too. Like, you know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah,
November is that time.
good part of the schedule. So they definitely have games that they can win. I mean, I think when I looked at it, I was like, they could easily run off the next 7 games, and no one would be like, oh, that's crazy. All the games are winnable. Just depending on how they what they do with it. Because I'm not a
Mhm.
believer in Pittsburgh, so I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
that too.
Viking. Yeah, y'all got Vikings, Browns, Jets, Bengals. Yeah, that's y'all next 4,
Yeah,
and
so
then y'all get the Steelers. Yeah,
yeah, and I'll be honest with you, it's one of those where and Jared knows this. It's like division games. Everybody kind of plays themselves tough, but it's like I'll be honest. Pittsburgh's defense is terrible. Bengals defense is terrible,
Bro.
and
No,
the
and
Jets'
Cleveland's
defense is
defense is
Bengals.
decent, but
Is
they struggle with certain things. So it's like, but their offense is so bad it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
their
and that's
off.
kind of like the Vikings too. Like,
Yep, yep.
so
The
you're probably gonna
Vikings
play damn
secondary
near
is bad.
the same type of game between the Vikings and the Browns. It's probably gonna be the same
100%.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you get, like you said, 3 bad defenses. Well, 4, because you get the Bengals after the season. You get Bengals, Steelers, Bengals.
Yep, yep.
So y'all next test will be New England. You know what I mean? End of December.
Hmm. I think
So
it's interesting too. I saw a stat and I was like, well, that is kind of and I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was like with Carson Wentz when he was behind center, Minnesota was letting him drop back and throw the ball like 63, 65% of the time. But anytime JJ McCarthy's been under center, it's down to like it's at 53 or 55. I was like, wow, it's a big difference. So yeah. So I think against Baltimore, if you're willing to throw the ball around a little bit, you can have some success. Because I still think the secondary is definitely got some issues, but I don't think any of the teams that we just named. I don't know that any of them are going to present enough of a problem. Like Cincinnati can throw it, but the problem is the defense can't. We can probably go out there right now and go 80 yards on the Bengals defense. So I just
I'm a firm believer in that.
yeah, like I mean I'm with you, Jerry. I feel your pain on that because like watching them a couple times, I've been like, well, daggone, y'all don't put up much of a fight at all on that side of the ball.
Man,
So
nothing.
nothing. So
Yeah, no, that's definitely yeah. Because I was watching the Pittsburgh game, like them versus Pittsburgh, like I was like, come on, like just do something. Like
just
the
stop.
offense is so inspiring right now. It's like, come on, like
And that's the thing. It's like people are like, well, and that's
they can
without Burrow.
have two more wins if they'd have got two stops.
Yep. Yep. And it's like even Burrow doesn't change anything. It's like it's not your offense that's your problem.
Yeah,
No, no,
bro has nothing to do with anything.
It has
no.
nothing to do with
Like
anything. Like
literally, you can
unless
have two
Burrow's
more
coming back
wins with
and
two
playing
with two
linebacker.
stops.
Yeah.
Literally,
Like, yeah, that's it. So
Bro has nothing to do with
nothing at all
our
with the
struggles right
losses.
at
now.
all.
Like,
No,
Nope.
yeah.
for sure.
It's
Which is
Yeah,
Flacco.
crazy because you
absolutely.
can't even be like, oh well, if we had Burrow,
Nope.
Nope.
In your words,
makes
Jared. In your words, Flacco been hooping. So
yeah,
yeah,
Flacco been going crazy.
yeah.
He had a
So
career high Sunday,
mhm.
470 yards,
Yeah.
4 TDs. He had 2 picks, but I don't really count them because the one was a Hail Mary, and
Yeah.
then two, we down by 14 with 3 minutes.
You just being
You know what I'm
overly
saying? He
aggressive.
forced
Yeah,
time.
yeah. You forcing it.
I
Yeah.
don't even count that. So, like, as far as I'm concerned, he don't had no picks since he been with us. He
Yeah.
got about 12 touchdowns, 13, something like. Man, he
He
been
been playing well.
balling.
Yeah, he been playing well.
Hey man,
But
that's
I've been
fair.
seeing people say, "Is this proof that Joe Burrow's a system quarterback?" I was like,
Ooh.
I mean, I love Joe Burrow, but y'all know I'm with the facts. We got to talk about not now, but
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
No,
if
it's
people want to
understandable.
talk about it, it's fair game.
Yeah.
It's fair game
Yeah.
because this offense ain't look like this even with Burrow. I don't think ever. Yeah, we
Your
had some
offense is humming.
40-point games, a couple, but
I mean, this offense is humming. Chase
because I
Brown
was
is involved. Like,
when
yeah.
we got that onside kick, I looked at my boy Will because I was actually in the car by the time all that took place, but I was like, we're gonna score a touchdown. The thing that's gonna make the game is if we leave time on the clock and we left 54 seconds and they didn't even need that.
They didn't even need that.
They didn't
It
even
was
need
still like
54 seconds.
17 seconds left
Yeah.
when they scored
Yep.
They didn't scored a whole
a
touchdown.
touchdown. Not even a
36
field goal.
seconds.
Like you gave up a full score now for sure.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they're gonna score a touchdown. It's just the fact that's gonna decide the game is how much time is gonna be left on that clock.
Yeah.
And it's almost to the point where I would have just took some knees or something and just tried to win it on fourth down. It's a shame that
Y'all
you
almost
have
have
to
to
even
though.
think like that as a
Mhm.
team.
Like as an
But
offense, you got to protect your defense. Like that's
Yep.
crazy.
yeah, like
It's
that's
supposed to be
crazy.
the opposite side. It's supposed to be
You're
the
supposed
other
to be
way
like,
around.
oh, bro, we about to go. We about to school. Even if we get that in one pass, we about to get that touchdown and we about to lock up on D. As soon as we got the onside kick, I started getting depressed about the defense. Like, so I was just like, we're gonna score. Like the football gods were trying their best to give us a game, and they were trying their best. I was like, oh, we're gonna score a touchdown, but if we leave them anytime we're gonna lose, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's like I said. That's unfortunate. Like I
Yeah.
said, two stops. You could have had two more wins. Like the defense, like. Are we firing another defensive coordinator at the end of this year? Are we like what are we doing? I don't even think
So
you can't even really blame them at this point
be.
because they can't tackle.
No.
Man, that's another thing, and I ain't gonna go long at all because I don't want to hold you guys, but it's almost like they're sounding brainwashed. Like listening to Zach Taylor talk, it's kind of scary because they're like, so do you think do you think you have everything you need to win a Super Bowl? Oh yeah, I'm fully convinced that we have everything we need to win a Super Bowl in the building. And it's just like, dude,
Yeah.
it's bizarre, it's scary. Like it's like, man, he can't really believe
There's
that.
no way you believe that.
is
He
so
doesn't, but I
odd.
mean, you can't come out and be like, yeah, our offense is Super Bowl ready, but that defense of ours couldn't stop a high school football team. Like, you can't come out and say that. You
But
know
I
what I'm
mean, you could
saying?
say, man, we really got some things to work on. We really got to dig deep. I mean, shit. I would say I don't know. I would be like, if somebody
Something
would ask,
more like
I'm like, I don't know. I mean, to start the season maybe, but with the performances we had over the last 2 weeks, I'm not too sure. Are we gonna get back at it and work hard and try to fix the problems? Yes. Do I still genuinely, like everybody in the building? Yes. But I mean, to look the reporters dead in the face and tell them, no, we're fine. We have everything we need to win a championship in this building is crazy. Because I mean, we're bad at every single spot.
I think
Every
he's just
single
trying to motivate him.
that
That's
man,
it.
bro.
I agree with you.
It's
But I think it's more
crazy.
so like he's just trying to motivate him.
but you
Like,
gotta
Mhm.
you
I
gotta at
believe in
some
you.
point you gotta kind of keep it real too. And that's kind of like what I was saying about the coach. Like keep it real. Like hold people accountable. Like do that shit. Like Cincinnati, hey, if somebody ain't performing, you need to pull somebody out to make a point.
And they
Like
don't
hey,
do that. They
you know
don't.
what I'm saying? Like it got to be some
Yeah.
accountability. Like somebody got to step in and be like, look, y'all not performing. Cool. We got, you know what I mean? We got
There's zero
40,
accountability.
42 other people over here sitting down. Like, you know what I mean? I'll start bringing in some other guys. I'll tell them right now, hey, you miss a tackle, you on the bench. I'm bringing in your replacement. Like,
The crazy part about that though is like
we're gonna
all
start
the
shuffling guys out, and we're gonna see who can play.
all the
You know,
backups play on special teams, and our special teams suck too.
I'm just saying, like, you got to start doing something. You got to start threatening people starting positions or something because it's like,
They bench Logan Wilson.
Hmm.
Trash, bro.
but you got to
Them,
keep
them,
doing
them
it.
two rookie linebackers are like according to the PFF. Granted, the PFF is full of shit. Like
Yeah,
some of the
of
stuff that they say
course.
is like, there's no way.
Mm.
But the PFF has those two rookie linebackers that we start out there, the bottom of the bottom, like the bottom. I think one against the run is like 82 out of 82,
Mm.
literally 82 out of 82.
Mm.
Like there's not a linebacker that's eligible to be rated worse than this guy in the run. And it's like, bruh,
Not eligible.
like so. Yeah,
I don't
I
know,
don't
man.
know. I don't know where. That's why I couldn't even be mad at them not doing nothing because it's like, what do you do? The only thing that I can think of is just cancel the season. Like that's the only thing that I think of that would have made the biggest imprint is just to cancel the season, like cut everybody and just cancel the season. But I mean, there's not a series of roster moves that you can make that's gonna help this team right now. There's just nothing you can do. We need everything. So
Man, get in free agency, start bringing guys off the streets. Like
Yeah,
I'd be
some
threatening people's jobs right now. Hey,
man, NFL don't
you
problem
got
is
got to
don't
big
nobody
go.
want to come to
contracts.
Cincinnati to play.
So what?
You said,
I said the problem is don't nobody want to come to Cincinnati to play if you're
I
looking at
mean,
free
and that's
agents.
another thing. Like that's
Yeah.
another thing that they indirectly,
but
I
if you
think.
give them money, they'll come.
Nah, not Cincinnati. I'll be honest.
I do believe that.
I
I mean,
I'm
agree.
just saying, we've said this in the past. We've
it
talked
depends
about
on
free
if they're
agents and
getting
how
that
we get
same
people
money
there. Just
elsewhere.
I'll say this. I've heard several of Jared's rants on the Bengals, and I truly have to say I start to see why he talks about how bad ownership is. Just being real. Like I truly have started to look at it a little different. I'm like, they got bad ownership, man. And I'll say like it's one of those things that yeah, players go with the money, but I think when you got ownership as bad as they are, it's gonna have to be a whole lot of money to get certain players to come here. That's all. So
but like we was talking about like the Clevelands and like
yeah,
it's
oh
just
yeah,
certain organizations where
yeah,
you're just like people don't want to be there. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, mm,
The funny thing with Cleveland is, I think people like Cleveland's coaching staff, but just can't stand ownership. Yep. So that's the thing about Cleveland, where it's like I actually think people
I
would
don't
love
think the
to
coaching
like him as
staff
a coach.
likes the
They
ownership.
don't. They don't. Yeah, they don't. I'm sure they don't.
I think that's what Shador is caught up in.
Yep.
I
I
think the
agree.
ownership
he's
wanted to
he's in the
draft him,
middle of
and he's
ownership
just like,
and
"Oh,
coaching.
cool."
I think if it was up to coaching, he would be playing. But they're
No,
like,
I
look,
think
Oh, I
owners,
think it's the
owners.
other
no.
way around
I was gonna say I think ownership
because
wants
the
him to play. I
owners
don't
make
think
You think
drafting.
Stefanski would have
so?
drafted him. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
the owners
Stefanski would have drafted
control
him.
that shit.
Mm-mm.
They not drafting the nigga that the owner don't want. Hell no.
Yeah, no, no. Mm-mm. I think
Well,
if ownership
I
didn't
look at
step in,
GM. I look at GM and them as part of front office ownership. Like I think that's the separation
Yeah,
I'm
and I
looking at.
think that they want. I think the people. I think the coaches don't want Shador.
yeah, like Stefanski didn't want him, but
I think the front
the
office is
ones
like, well,
above him,
shit.
they wanted him.
Mm. Okay.
I think in all actuality, Cleveland would have rolled into the season with Gabriel, Pickett, and Flacco, and
Yeah,
kept moving.
I don't think Shador is drafted if the coaches is the only people that want him. If the front
No,
office and the
no,
owners don't want him, they not picking him. Period.
no,
Yeah.
no.
But
But
then again, like, why is he? Like, I don't
Why is he
understand why
there?
he ain't playing then.
well, you ain't gonna
Well,
put him
then of
in.
course, if they drafted him, they're not gonna move him. Then the ownership not gonna move him.
Well, don't
I
nobody
mean,
want
shit,
him.
I don't
I mean,
see
you
why
got
not.
Because they're probably for the same, like you said, if they wanted him, they drafted him. Then, regardless if the coaches don't want to play him, they're not gonna move him. They're gonna be like, no, we wanted him here. So,
that,
like,
and you
who
got to
really
have a
picks who
place to
plays on
go.
the field?
I mean, you got to have a place to go to. I don't think Shador has a place to go. I don't know that there's a team that would have been calling Cleveland to see if Shador was available. So
Yeah, who knows? We'll never find that out because then that's gonna start a whole nother story.
yeah, no, but I doubt it. I highly doubt that anybody called on Shador. Here's your issue. It's hard to believe that if other teams were that interested in him, he would have dropped to the fifth.
I think people was trying to make an example, but I mean, we can go on and on about
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that.
saying. That like that's a whole nother thing. Like I
Yeah.
said,
which is
that's
part
a
of
whole
it,
nother
Jared.
story.
But the other part is we're not talking about like certain teams passing on him, for 4 rounds. A lot of those teams that needed quarterbacks had several picks in several of those rounds passing on him. So I agree. I think they were trying to set an example, but I also think that there were several people who just didn't believe in the kid as being their quarterback for the future. So,
But they thought Tyler Shuck was
I
That
look.
part.
Then you both said I don't
crazy.
agree, but I think that's one of those picks where it's like that's an example. They're setting an example of, that's the NFL trying to make an example out of the kid. Because 100%, there's no way you're gonna tell me that you thought Tyler Shuck was better than Shador. Not
No.
a chance.
That's what I'm
Not a
saying.
chance.
Like it's
And I like Jackson Dart now, but I don't even think bruh, I don't even think nobody realistically thought he was better than Shador. Like,
Nah.
if you want to look at the numbers, you want to compare the accolades. I mean, none of it
None
don't
of
matter.
them got like none of those quarterbacks that went before him like
Yeah, well,
was really
Cam Ward.
projected in front. Well,
I don't
and
think
even
Cam
now,
Newton is that
now
good.
look at that. Now look at
Better than
Cam. Like
Shador.
there's no way you think that now.
Yeah, it is. Come on, man. Don't say that Cam Ward is the reason for why Tennessee is bad. Stop.
I'm not.
Man,
Stop.
that nigga
I'm
is
not
definitely
saying
a
he's
hoop.
the
He ain't
reason,
making
but
it
he's
better.
not
He
playing.
looks
Okay.
like that
Okay.
same bus quarterback every year. Like, there's nothing promising that I'm seeing from him at all.
And that's what I'm saying.
All right.
And
So
I
you
keep an eye on the
do
AFC South.
do
That's
you
all
think
I'm
there's
saying.
any quarterback that you could put on that roster and it would be any different?
Are we talking like rookies or like veterans?
Rookies. Yeah.
Shit. I mean, I ain't tapped into too much. I just pay attention to mistakes that people make, and it's just like the Colts first game when it was in Tennessee, that pick he threw to Kenny Moore was egregious. Like, I'm just like, if
I,
you're doing stuff like that, you're not locked in because that's not a bad throw. Like, you just, how do you
Like
not see
it's
that?
not a tip pick or something like that. Like
Yeah, I
I
mean, it was just like,
the reason why I can't get I'll say it this way, and I use it just because it's the most obvious example. I don't get too wrapped up in it. Don't get me wrong, you don't want to see it, but at the same time, the team is terrible. I'm sure he's frustrated,
the
and let's
coach
just be
is
real. We've
terrible.
seen with the
I'm
coaches
just,
are terrible. He don't even have a head coach now. He got an
and
interim,
they got a new own. They got new ownership too over the
and,
past over like
and we've seen guys
yeah.
who have struggled that first year and turn it around.
No,
So I
absolutely.
mean, when
That's
we
what I'm
talk
saying. I
about
mean,
pure talent, yeah, he was the most talented quarterback. I mean, he was more talented than Shador. I mean, that's not a. I don't think you can say
yeah,
Shador was
I
more
can't
talented than
necessarily agree
Cam.
with that.
yeah, me neither. I don't. And we don't know
No,
What
as
does
that's
far
what I'm
as
Shador do
Shador
saying. Yeah,
better?
because
I
he
said,
hasn't played any NFL games, so you can see like
I'm talking
far as
about even in
NFL readiness.
college.
You talking about in college?
I'm saying,
Oh
I mean,
no,
even if
I
you're
would
talking about
no.
him coming
Moore
out,
was killing in college though with that
Yeah, that's what I'm
terrible
saying.
line.
Like
He was killing.
yeah, no, I definitely wouldn't say in
This
college.
nigga was throwing walk off 50-yard bombs and shit. Like, he was killing on the
Yeah,
money. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Nah, I wouldn't
Did
put
you
Cam.
see any of what Cam Ward did though at Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I seen him. I know he had a better line, better team. Period. And I mean,
Nah.
was
Yeah.
his stats that much better than Shadur's?
I don't think
I,
so.
I can't tell you how
Because
far
I
it
know
is.
Shadur had some pretty great stats. I mean, he was Big 12 Player of the Year. I don't know if Cam got ACC Player of the Year, but or he probably did. But
He probably did, but I
you
don't
know,
know. Like
he was Big 12
I
Player of
don't.
the Year.
As far as
Out of
their college careers, I don't see it. Was I don't think they were
HBCUs.
like number one pick versus fifth round pick. They wasn't that far apart. Nowhere near that
Yeah,
far.
I think that's what makes it worse too, Justin. When I think about that, that's what kind of makes me like a little bit more because it's like there's definitely not a 5 round gap between those two guys. I mean, not even close. Not even.
No, but like I said, I didn't think Shador was a fifth round pick, but I am saying like I don't. I'm just gonna be real with you. I don't think Shador was a better quarterback than Cam Ward. That's all. So
I mean,
coming out,
And
that's
that's
cool. That's
fair.
subjective. I mean,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna die on that hill either. But it was
And
definitely
like I said,
close.
until we see Shador play
Like
some
I said,
NFL football, like at this point, we really don't know.
and like I said earlier, I think the gap between Cam Ward and Shadur is way smaller than the gap between CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson. And Anthony
Absolutely.
Richardson was like what 5'4", 5'6", something like that.
Four.
Way closer than those two were. So, and that guy got
No,
drafted.
I agree.
Anthony Richardson got
I
drafted high
agree.
first round. So I
I
don't know
agree.
what the scouts saw or didn't see, but yeah,
No, I agree. I agree.
shit, it might have been closer than C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young.
That's probably
I mean, shit.
man. Yeah. Looking back at that, yeah, Bryce Young and Bam, yeah.
I think all four of those guys are like, shit right there. But you got three of them that went high first round, and then you got Shadur in the fifth. Total BS, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Playing
I
with
don't
that
think
man's
that
money,
talent is
playing
that
with his
far off.
life, playing with his times. Crazy. There's no way he shouldn't be one of them quarterbacks getting that first career start in week 8. Like, no way. With all these teams, all this terrible quarterback play, man, I'm nothing. It's crazy.
And another reason why I kind of look at that the short. I mean, we've already been through all this, but the fact that you took a quarterback before him and then you drafted him, like why? Like
Right.
there's really
That's
no reason to even do that then.
that's
Like
who does that? And then
well,
you got like
that's kind
Miami.
of make that's I think that's the reason why everybody's thinking like, okay, like y'all really wanted him in the early rounds, but y'all
Right.
kind of probably had a collusion with the league that hey, look, we're gonna draft him in the fifth. Don't nobody touch him.
Definitely collusion. I fully believe that.
The Dylan Gabriel shows that when you already had three QBs on your roster, not good ones per se, but
Jerry, you
um,
remember at first you said you didn't think it was collusion though.
I said that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably right because now, granted, Shador definitely didn't make it easier on himself. I can't say that. I can't say that. But just from a football talent standpoint, you know, Dion and Shador definitely make it easy for people to not like them, especially people of the other,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they definitely make it easy. So I definitely would have eliminated some of that extra stuff. But at the end of the day, from a football perspective, yeah, no, this is totally collusion. So if I said that prior,
Yeah, your
then
tunes changed on Shador from when we had that conversation. Because I think Vernon here brought something up, and you kind of got in him a little bit about Shador around that draft around this. So,
yeah, nah.
but
After
no,
I've seen how this played out, because I mean, just like even for the fact that like bro just said, for them to draft a quarterback in the third round and then pick him in the fifth, you're playing, bro. And no, I'd rather he just went undrafted.
mm-hmm.
But the fact that he
That would
went
have
in
been
the
better.
first round after you took a quarterback in the third round, and after you have 95 quarterbacks on your roster already, you're playing.
wait a minute.
That right there is like,
After you traded, you
okay.
signed one, you traded for one.
Yeah,
You
man.
take one in the third, do you take him in the fifth?
If he just
Explain.
goes undrafted, I'm like, all right, yeah, he probably talked himself out of a job. But the fact that he was drafted in that situation, bro, you're playing.
That's who
You're
y'all really
100%.
wanted in the early rounds, but you wanted to make an example. So you talk to your owner buddies and everybody agreed to
Yeah,
leave him alone.
The other
total
part of
And you
it, though,
wanted
I
that.
said is I think Cleveland has been so bad at quarterback, they were just taking as many swings as possible, if I'm being honest.
That too. That too. But you really haven't been bad at quarterbacks. You just can't. You just don't keep them. You're not satisfied because you had Baker Mayfield, who was fine,
He wasn't great with Cleveland though.
bro. He took y'all to the playoffs the first time y'all had been in 10, 20, forever.
they won a game too, didn't they?
Yes.
I don't know if they
Like,
won the playoff game, but
but still,
I
you
want
were
to say
trending in
yeah, I
the
want
right
to say
direction
beat
with him.
the Steelers, but I could be wrong on that.
yeah, I'm not
Regard,
sure.
even if you didn't win, you was in a better position with him than you've ever been with anybody else you've drafted.
Then you ship him out and he turn up. Granted, he hit some stops in between there though, so I ain't
I
gonna
was gonna say
say
he
But
had
he still, but
several
even in
before
between those stops,
become
he
who
was
he
still
is.
playing okay.
he was serviceable. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he's not who he is today. And again, we could
No,
take
no,
that, but that's such a
but but,
small.
but
Because
3 years,
that's the same
3 years removed. That's what I'm saying. Who would know? Imagine this Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. You know what I'm
we
saying?
don't
Just the
know if we ever
progression.
would have got. You don't know if he ever would
That,
have got the version of
exactly.
Baker.
But
in Cleveland.
just
So
hindsight. If so, would have been what would have been. You know what I mean? So it's not like y'all just bad at pick court. Y'all just don't keep people around, and nobody really wants to stay there. Like we were saying,
right,
y'all
but
one
I'm
of them
saying, I mean,
organizations.
but we've seen so many examples. That's why I don't even use that anymore. I mean, are we gonna say that
No, for
this Sam
sure.
Darnold would have been who it would have been with the Jets? No, I
Yeah,
don't
no,
think
yeah,
so.
yeah,
Yeah,
right,
like
right, right.
so. Yeah, you can look back and say if this guy was there, you would be better. Yeah, but you can't assume that somebody would become who they are in that situation because
You're right.
part of what made Baker is those situations he went through, the coaches he got to get coached from, and then turning into who he is now. So I mean,
Yeah, and
yeah.
like I said, like if he was just horrible in Cleveland and y'all moved on from him, cool.
He
But
wasn't that bad.
he wasn't that bad compared to what y'all have been. Compared to the Menzels and the couch, like all them guys.
Yeah, but you got to remember too. The reason they moved on is because they thought they were getting Deshaun Watson in Houston.
That's true too. That's true.
So you
Fair.
you got to think of the full scenario behind why they moved on from Baker.
No,
They
fair.
thought they were getting
Fair.
MVP
And that
candidate
Deshaun Watson at that
Watson.
time was
So,
MVP level almost.
yeah.
Got
So
it. But yeah, nah, that's crazy. Nonetheless, man, we've been going. Uh Man, final thoughts, man. Final thoughts.
You
What
got
we
something,
defunding?
Justin?
no, I'm
Yeah,
good.
but what we defunding?
Man, I don't think
I ain't even
I
gonna
don't think
call this final thoughts
I
no more. We gonna just talk defunding. Who we defunding?
I don't even think I got enough the funds for the Bengals defense, but I do have a card of the day though, so I
Ooh,
was gonna start
yes.
on that. All right, so this here, the lightest.
Light is crazy.
Okay, it's a little bit
Okay.
better. This is a Gold Wave 101 of Garrett Wilson, meaning,
Hmm.
well, 101, obviously. There's only one of this particular card in the world, and I have it. I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's not super, super valuable, but I mean, it's kind of cool to have just to own a 101 of one of your guys. So
Oh yeah.
that's the card of the day.
All
But yeah,
right.
man,
All right.
I don't even have enough funds left for the Cincinnati Bengals defense, so we just gonna let it ride and just rock out.
What about you, Justin? Man, I heard they canceling the Jake Tank fight.
Good.
Good. No one wanted to see that mess.
I just wanted to start a conversation about boxing.
Nah, it's a disgrace. So, but you do. This is the month I told you where you do have some fights coming up. So I want to say, let me see. The 15th, you got the Chris Eubanks and Connor Ben 2 coming up. That's on the 15th. That the first one was pretty good fight. So the second one they're expecting to be pretty good. Then the next weekend after that, you got the David Benavidez fight and like Brian Norman, I think, and Haney are fighting. So you got that card was a real good card, and that's on the 22nd. And then the 29th, Ben Whitaker. He fights out of the
Mm.
UK, but he's a heavyweight, entertaining fighter. Um, he fights the weekend after that. So you got a couple good weekends of boxing coming up in November. So
Nice.
Sweet,
yeah, but
sweet. That's good.
definitely happy to hear that clown of a show with Tank and Paul are off. And the reality is, and this is just me, um, the shenanigans of that, and I get it from the money side, but the fact that he went that route and didn't want to run it back with Roach or find an actual fight to fight, I'll be honest, I've lost a lot of interest in even watching Gervonta Davis fight. So I ain't got nothing for a buddy right now.
That's fair.
He's gonna have to win that back. But I did hear. Did any of y'all watch that Keyshawn Davis fight a while back when him and his brothers acted real ignorant after they fight? Um,
Nah.
No, I
and
did
they
not
and they jumped the
recall.
dude who beat his brother.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
that's why you ain't seen Keyshawn Davis. Like they did some real ignorant stuff.
he
The
was
bro,
involved in the jumping.
I don't know. I
Did
don't
the
know
dude
who.
win or did Keyshawn Davis win?
No. Keyshawn won hit. So like on his cards, they call it DB3. So it's three Davis brothers, and all
Mm,
three usually fight. So the older brother lost his fight, rightfully so. He got worked.
mm,
He lost. But they jumped Buddy in the like I don't know if it was in a hallway or in his room or something like that, or locker room or something like that. It was crazy because I said it was a
Mm,
disgrace. It was a disgrace for that. And Keyshawn Davis, I want to say they said he was part of it, but I don't get me wrong. Don't get me on here saying I don't remember exactly his involvement or whatnot. But I just said it was sad because he went from being I think a fighter that a lot of people had a lot of high hopes for to a guy where you ain't seen him fight in a minute, and I don't know what his market is as far as
mm.
marketability. Because I'm gonna tell you now, he ain't the A side of any fight right now. Because now he's got to rebuild that reputation. So,
yeah.
but supposedly it ain't till next year though. I think it's like February next year. Supposedly he's got a fight lined up, which is against dude named Hutchinson, who's nice. Hutchinson is nice. So if that fight happens, I'm gonna tell you right now, that may be one of the best fights of 2026.
Hmm.
Sweet, sweet.
Mhm.
Well, good, good, man. I'm glad we got some boxing updates, man. We
Yep.
missed you last week. So yeah, man. I guess with that being said, man, this has been the Epic Podcast, man. We will see y'all again next week.
Yes, sir.